Obviously, you're a Hillary supporter. How do you think she's doing right now?
I think she's doing great. I think she's going to close strongly. She's always had, historically great debates. I expect the same tomorrow night. And I think that, voters are really paying attention in this last stretch. And I think she'll close very strongly.
It's closed in a little bit in Iowa. Do you think that's just was a matter of time that was going to happen? Or do you think that this authenticity issue that people have been criticizing her about is kind of wreaking its head?
No, I think it's we were always expecting a very competitive race in Iowa, not necessarily everywhere else, and I think that's normal. And I think when you look at the polls, one of the things that's interesting is that there are a lot of self-described independent affiliated people who are supporting Senator Sanders, so that's where some of these numbers are coming from. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you project down into the other primaries, that could be a serious issue because the Democrats are supporting Hillary.
I read a report before I came in that your Super-PAC might be releasing an ad this weekend about Bernie's medical records. Can you tell me about that?
No, we don't have any plan to do that. No.
So they're wrong?
Yeah, I didn't see that actually.
Yeah, Politico has a story that you guys are calling for.
Basically, it's not an ad, and it's not calling for anything. But I mean, I do think that, particularly for top-tier candidates, it's very usual that people will release their health records. And
well, why are you guys bringing it up now, like 2 weeks before the caucus?
It's up to the Sanders campaign to decide that. We're not charging anything or calling for anything.
So it's not like we're nervous, so we got to bring up his health?
Definitely not. No.
And obviously, here in South Carolina, issues of institutional racism, things like that. Hillary's up among African-American voters. You see what's going on the other side. Why would Hillary be better for those people that have kind of been left behind over the last 30, 40 years? The low-wage worker, people who have been victims of, police brutality, those kinds of things.
Sure. Well, I think there are two reasons. One, I just think that she is the real progressive champion in the race, given her 30-plus year history on all these issues. But two, if you look at the specificity of her plans, she can get the job done on these things in a way that I think Senator Sanders can't. And I think if you take the income inequality or you take the Wall Street reform plan, she's got an actual plan that can work, that's practical, and I think is better and tougher than his plan.
But some of her biggest donors over the years is from Wall Street.
Sure, that's right. Yeah, but I don't think it's mutually exclusive. And in fact, I think the fact that she has had some ties there gives her more credibility to really push the issue.
How so?
Because she has some ties. So there has to be conversation.
Do you think that, obviously there's been a you scratch my back, not with Hillary, but politicians in general. The average American shouldn't be worried that when she gets in, she wouldn't be tougher than Bernie because Bernie's not accepting donations.
No, absolutely not. No, I mean, look at the plans. His plan is to bring back a Depression-era piece of legislation that would have done nothing to prevent the last financial crisis and will do nothing to prevent the next one. Her plan...
You're referring to Glass-Steagall?
Yeah, her plan addresses shadow banking, and that's critical. And so I think, no, she's got a tougher plan, and I think people will see that, and I'm sure she'll explain that tomorrow night.
Thanks. Appreciate it.